everyone. So we're back again. It's Diane. I wanted to provide another tarot reading here. So while we've had several readings that went really well and the love was good and all of that, and it ended very well, I wanted to point out some cards, maybe in the next few videos, in fact, where things are not quite going right. And maybe it's best to move away from this person or away from this friendship or away from this romantic relationship. But some cards do offer some warnings, in terms of what's going on in the relationship. So let's take a look here. We start with the Nine of Swords. So when I see the Nine of Swords, generally that's a card of, not fear so much as total anxiety. They're worried. If you notice in the picture here, that this is a woman who is just having a difficult time, sleeping. She's wide awake. She's worried about the future. She's worried possibly about a relationship or a friendship. And in the case of, the Lovers card is right next to her, I would say she's worried about something going on in her love life. Remember, all cards are connected with each other. One affects the other. It's like a chain link. Okay, so now let's see. We've got the Lovers card. Then we've got the Devil card. Ooh, okay. And then we also have the King of Swords. So it seems like, again, she's got a lot of anxiety around her romantic relationship with this gentleman. And the fact that there's the Devil card right next to the Lovers card and the King of Swords, that makes me kind of worried, because the Devil card points to more obsession in a love relationship. People overindulging, whether that be an intimacy or just like it's a toxic relationship. Obsession where they can't get enough of each other. There's a good side to that, but also a bad side of that. Maybe one person is more obsessed than the other. I hesitate to say stalker, but I have seen cards like this pop up from time to time with other like really negative cards when it comes to a person like stalking somebody else. But in cases like this, when it's the Lovers card, the Devil, and the King of Swords, I would say here in this reading that this is a case where she's in love with somebody that's giving her a lot of worry. And I would think it points to the fact that this King of Swords is not really a nice gentleman. Let's take a look here. So the King of Swords is generally a very intelligent guy. He's got a lot going on with him. He's a more authoritative figure. Sometimes certain King of Swords tend to be more controlling. And that could be what's going on, when it comes to the Devil card right next to him. He might be more of a toxic person. I would say just based on the fact that the Devil card is right next to him and the fact that she's so worried about this relationship with him, I would say he seems more like a toxic type of guy. So in this case, this relationship probably be better if she actually, found a way to either scale it back or get into couples therapy or individual therapy if, the other person's not willing to do therapy with her. But yeah, I'd say she really needs support around this relationship so that, she can make ultimately the right decision for herself. And in the end, it looks like she does. I see here the Chariot right next to the Six of Swords. So the Chariot looks like she has triumphed over this relationship in some way. And it seems like from that, she's determined to move on, which I interpret from the Six of Swords. Now, the Six of Swords and the Chariot can literally both mean travel. But I'd say in this case, while the Chariot card is more a card of triumph, not so much travel here, in this, the Six of Swords, I believe this is more a travel of consciousness, where she is traveling away from trouble, moving toward calmer waters, that kind of thing. So I think in the end, because the Six of Swords is the final outcome in this spread, things go very well with her and she decides to move on, and she's happy, really happy with her decision. All right, everybody, thanks again for listening. I hope you enjoyed this spread, and you take care. Please follow me if you like these tutorial and tarot card readings. We'll have more just about every day, and you take care. Bye.